On the awakening journey, you really start off by allowing the world to reflect back to you what you need to see in order to be able to decide what you want to have your life look like. So basically, the world is reflecting back to you in the form of triggers and events that happen so that you can decide what you prefer and obviously have compassion for those things. But what happens is, and this is something that I've finally started to notice and see in my own life because I had been so active in clearing my triggers, and then seeing them, feeling them, and healing them, that I crossed kind of over into a bridge where all of a sudden I wasn't having as much contrast anymore to show me myself. And what was actually happening was I was starting to refine where I was going. And in the moments when you're doing contrast, there can be a lot of lower vibrational emotions that can be involved in clearing those things because they need to be sort of a nature that you recognize them. But once you get kind of past all of that and you release a lot of your triggers and you don't have any heavy bags that you're carrying anymore, you start to then allow yourself to sort of tweak and refine where you're at, and therefore you don't have these giant mood swings or emotional energetic swings. You really just have very fine tuning. And I kind of liken it to like if you're tuning a piano, you have the note is correct, but maybe you tune it up or a little bit down in pitch. So that's really what happens in the awakening journey. Once you get to a point where you're no longer having the world show you through contrast, you then switch into refining the signal and making the note more perfect. And so the whole awakening journey is about remembering who you truly are, that specific note and frequency you are, living in coherence with that, and then you don't have to have contrast as much anymore. And so the duality aspect of the 3D realm really doesn't affect you as much as it used to. And what you then start to do is refine the tone that you are so that you can have your life start to flow in that way. So that's what I wanted to make mention of in this video, is really highlight the fact that once you've cleared everything that you've kind of needed to see, you step over a bridge into a place where you no longer have, where you're learning through contrast, duality, and you start to learn through refinement of your coherent signal. And it really is such an elegant and beautiful transition. It's something that I'm experiencing myself. I just don't have as much contrast anymore. And I really feel like all I'm doing now is just perfecting the note, the specific note and frequency that I am. And that is through embodiment and feeling safe within my body and being coherent and allowing the feelings that I have to be reflected outside of me. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for watching.